Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse just got released. What are my thoughts on the newest installment? It's like a 12th Spider-Man movie in like 20 years. It's just crazy stuff. Let's get into it. Now, there have been so many versions of Spider-Man, whether it's in the video games or the TV shows or the movies, where he's probably the most famous now in pop culture with Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire. Um, I really love the character of Spider-Man, but before we get into my review on this new movie, please do me a big favor and hit the subscribe button down below. Smash that button. Also, leave a like and comment what are your thoughts on this movie. Did you love it? Did you hate it? It is somewhere in between. I love this movie. I'm just going to say that up front. Now, I'm a big fan of Into the Spider-Verse. It might be my favorite Spider-Man. It's between that or Spider-Man 2. I really, really, really love Into the Spider-Verse, and Across the Spider-Verse is probably the best Spider-Man movie of all time, and probably the best Spider-Man thing we've gotten outside like the comic books and video games, because I haven't really spent a lot of time with the video game. I am trying to watch the cutscenes for the 2018 game to kind of get caught up for the Spider-Man 2 coming out soon, but Across the Spider-Verse, that's beside the point. Across the Spider-Verse just came out. I love Spider-Man, I love the original, and this does not disappoint. This is everything that they did with Into the Spider-Verse, but amped up, like times 10. Everything in here is more. And it's not like Age of Ultron, where that's an example of where they said, let's do more of what made the Avengers great, and that didn't work out so well in their favor. For this movie, it worked. They said, let's do more. And it worked this time. And honestly, Across the Spider-Verse is one of the best movie sequels, period. It's just, it's almost a masterpiece. It might be. Maybe on a rewatch, I'll call it one. Just how they handle just the character development, not just the cameos. That's a big part of why I love this movie. But it's not one of the main reasons. I mean, it is a part of it. But the characters are just rich, and the characters have backstories and really deep character arcs. And again, this is a part one, so it does end off on a cliffhanger. That's probably my only big nitpick with the movie, is that it does end on a cliffhanger. However, the movie, it's still great. And with Gwen, this is kind of just Gwen's movie in terms of her arc kind of wraps up by the end of this first half. And I really enjoyed Gwen. Not my favorite character in here. Miles Morales is great. I wish we got more of Peter B. Parker. And Andy Samberg as Scarlet Spider was hilarious. We got Spider-Punk, played by Daniel Kaluuya. He was great in this movie as well, along with Karan Soni from the Deadpool movies. He was also in here as Spider-Man India, and I really enjoyed a lot of the new characters. Spider-Woman, played by Issa Rae, is okay. She's not in the movie as much as I would like, and Oscar Isaac gives another great Marvel performance. This is his third Marvel character, Moon Knight. He played a character in the X-Men movies, and now Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So I really enjoyed this movie. The animation is stellar. It's probably the best animation in any movie ever, I think. With the blend, every type of animation was put into this movie, and I really love that. It's cool to see all the different types of animation all put in to one movie. Now, again, not many criticisms. Characters are great. Animation's great. The music, again, is great. You know, the first movie, it was a lot of Post Malone music, and I really enjoyed that. This movie is kind of along the same lines, and I enjoyed the music in here. And all the different universes were very fun to see and explore. And I can't wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is actually less than a year away. I think it's like 10 months because it's coming out in March. So I can't wait for that movie. This might be one of the best movie trilogies in all of movie history, if Beyond the Spider-Verse is really even half as good as Across the Spider-Verse. So there you guys have it. There are my praises, basically, of Across the Spider-Verse. Tell me your thoughts on the movie down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse just hit movie theaters worldwide. I don't know if it's worldwide, but in the US, what are my thoughts on this movie? Let's